Speaking of black talent being prioritized, there was now reports of that. And I want to ask, like, what does this mean, and is it good?
Well, that I'll say what I saw, my perception of it, and we'll go from there. So I saw
Mm-hmm.
the same reports that they're looking to combat the stigma, and I mean this. People have been very vocal about this over the past, specifically like 2 years, I would say, about the treatment of the black male talent and how they've been relegated to commercials, kept in catering, stop start pushes, meandering in the mid card at best, when their talents prove otherwise. And so that's the report that I originally saw, and that they're going to focus on recruiting uh, more of them from their intake program. Now, I think that that could be beneficial, but I question the. Of course, you always question the sincerity, but I question the effectiveness. And what I mean by that is just signing black wrestlers to have faces on your on the program without actually having the same amount of investment. Like when you think about some of these wrestlers that you have on the card, like Roman Reigns, like uh, Cody Rhodes, I would say Drew McIntyre only recently, but I'm talking like Dominic Mysterio. These are guys that the company has deliberately put effort towards and had a consistent vision for them molding this individual to be a focal part of the program in the future or at the present time, whatever the case was. Because I listed wrestlers that were like the company for the most part when Roman was the tribal chief and had that whole thing going on, most of their resources went towards that program without a doubt in my mind. That's what they were most concerned about. Cody Rhodes, he was the top guy. That's what they're most concerned about for the past year and a half or so. Now, you see other people who are very successful is because they invest in them, like Dominic Mysterio and other individuals. Now, I say that to say that if you have these individuals and you just sign them and you don't have, and you're not willing to put in the work with them and for them and give them the opportunities and help them refine and consistently have a vision for what you want to do, it's ultimately just going to sell them short. And I don't think that anybody really wants that. I don't want that. I want to say that if you're gonna do something, you go in all in on it and not half-ass it and have these stop start pushes. Like I don't want to see them sign Powerhouse Hobbs, for example, and then have him on TV for 3 months and then off for six. Then he comes back for a brief program and treat it like the big show for like some of this big impressive spot because they want to see Cody Rhodes throw somebody that's huge off top of an ambulance or something like that. And say, oh well, Cody's really strong, and I don't want to see him relegated to that type of role. I could see him. Uh, I could see him very much so like Bronson Reed. I think that's probably the biggest parallel to in the modern day organization. And I mean, if that's, I mean, Bronson's in a very prominent role. But the point that I'm making is that if they're going to do this, they need to be all in on it and not just doing this for, I guess, bare bones optics. Because when you set them up for failure like that, that's what's always going to be. People are always going to reflect poorly on that, and they're going to be pointing the finger at the talent when in case they weren't actually primed for success. That is my real concern.